Hey, YouTube, Strikeforce tomorrow night. It's going to be a stacked card, as usual. 4 great fights, and one of the fights I'm going to talk about right now is the main event, obviously. Tim Kennedy versus Luke Rockhold. And if you look at the betting odds, Luke Rockhold is a negative 310. I'm checking here at betonline.com. Negative 310. So you got to bet 3 times your money to win back your money on Luke Rockhold. And I think Tim Kennedy is getting overlooked as far as the betting odds. Tim Kennedy, to me, as far as a Strikeforce elite, he's definitely one of them. You know, and Luke Rockhold came out of nowhere. I mean, he's got a great record, 9-1. But you know, with that win over Souza, all of a sudden he's champion, and it was a close fight. It really was. And yeah, he knocked out Keith Jardine last time, but we all expected that. And if you look back at the Souza fight, Rockhold was a real big underdog. I think he was a positive 450 or 350, something like that. So, you know, big time underdog for that fight. And you know, Tim Kennedy dropped to Souza in an epic battle, real good fight. He lost unanimous decision, but that was a pretty close fight too. You know, could have went either way. And just came off of 2 victories, Tim Kennedy, Melvin Manhoef, and Robbie Lawler. So he beat Robbie Lawler in a decision last time when Fedor fought Henderson back last summer. So that's the last time he fought. And he hasn't fought for a while. It's been almost a year. So I guess Tim Kennedy is getting, you know, not so hot reviews from the betting people because he's missed a year. And Luke Rockhold is a bigger guy. You know, he's a bigger guy without a doubt. Especially he's a big 185. So Luke Rockhold, he's a submission fighter. If you know the way he fights, I know that he did really, you know, knock out Jardine and really didn't go to the ground against Souza, but, you know, that makes sense. He didn't think that his submissions were better than Souza. And he does have awesome stand-up. So, but early on in his career, he pretty much resorted to rear naked chokes and basically, you know, choking people out. And he has a lot of easy wins early on in his career where he choked a bunch of guys out. You know, if you watch Strikeforce, he fought Buck Meredith, who I think is retired now. He's 3-3, and he choked. And he fought some other up-and-coming guys, but I don't think he fought, you know, the tough type of fights that Tim Kennedy's fought. Tim Kennedy, 14-3, you know, 5 knockouts, 7 submissions. So he's more mixed of a fighter to me, and he's fought better fighters over his career, and he's had a longer career. So, you know, he's fought Jason Miller, and one of his losses was early on to Scott Smith because of a cut, so I don't really count that. And I really think that Tim Kennedy's a good bet on this fight. If you're a betting man, you know, if you're looking at this card, you know, from a fight card standpoint and trying to decide, you know, who would win this fight based on matchup, then and Tim Kennedy has a good chance because he's good at submitting, he's good at knocking people out, and he's good at fighting a 5-round fight. And I know Luke Rockhold is as well, but to make him a 3-time underdog against Luke Rockhold, to me, doesn't make much sense. So I know Luke Rockhold's 27 years old, 6'3", and he's going to have some reach advantage over a 5'11", 32-year-old Tim Kennedy, who hasn't fought for a year. But to me, it's all the same. I think that Tim Kennedy does have a good chance of winning this fight somehow, some way, either by submission, knockout, or decision. So, you know, if you're a betting man, I would lean more towards Tim Kennedy. All right, thanks, guys, and I look forward to seeing this fight tomorrow from San Jose. Talk to you guys later. Subscribe to my channel. See ya.